You asked, I'm answering. From the gear I trust on game day to where I post up on the field, how I handle bad lighting, and everything in between, this is what years of shooting football has taught me. Your Instagram questions, I'm breaking them down. Links to everything in the description. Let's get into it. What is your football game day gear? I shoot on the Sony a7R V. In my opinion, it's Sony's best photo body, 61 megapixels, 10 frames per second, and when it comes to the top tier lineup, it's really just a three-way race. The A1 Mark II is the golden child, shooting 50 megapixels at 30 frames per second, and the Rising Star A9 Mark III is a literal machine gun, shooting 120 frames per second, but with only 25 megapixels. All three cameras have their strengths, but price-wise, the a7R V wins. You can grab the body and the 70-200 for less than either of the other bodies alone. That's wild. I run my a7R V with a Velo battery grip, easily one of my best buys. It holds 2 batteries, and since adding it, I haven't swapped the battery mid-shoot once. A total game changer. For storage, I use Sony Tough Cards or Pro Grade Digital. Minimum 128 gigs with a 60 to 90 write speed. I always carry 3, even though I usually only burn through 1, but trust me, backup cards save lives. I keep it simple with lenses, the 70-200 G Master 1 and the 35 1.4 G Master. I'm not chasing action all game. I'm pretty locked in on the sideline reactions, portrait, celebration shots, so these 2 lenses do great for me. All of my lens filters come from PrismLens FX. My go-to is the Starburst. This season, however, I added Solar Flare, Macro, Ghost, and Nostalgia filters to the mix. Planning to run all of them during games this season, and if you're looking to try them out yourself, make sure to use code FRIZZY at checkout for 15% off. I also keep a small sling bag on me, extra lenses, filters, memory cards, and batteries all go in there. It also holds the Osmo Pocket 3, which I'll be using more in videos for BTS this season. So yeah, that's pretty much my full game day kit for the year. How do you consistently get that candid look in your photos? Well, I love shooting football portraits, especially the raw candid moments, and the best way to get those is by using the white mamba, crouched behind or between players. You're seeing a few now. The players have no clue I'm there. They're just living in the moment. When I'm in that portrait mode, I'm not watching the game play by play. I'm locked in on faces, waiting for the right moment. I go deep on this in my D1 photographer series, a full behind the scenes look at game days, so you can see exactly where I'm positioned when I take every single photo. New episodes coming out very soon. What's your favorite football picture you have taken? Well, I joined Colorado State right after the final football game, so I haven't shot any CSU football yet, but I keep coming back to these 2 from last year at Wyoming, a low shutter run out, and this shot of Thea under that crazy purple sky. What's your favorite underrated lens for football? If you're action hunting during the day, Tamron 150-500 is a super underrated lens. I got some great results with it, but honestly, I kept gravitating towards the team box instead of chasing plays, so I ended up selling it to buy my Pocket 3. But still, I always see lens debates flying around, and that definitely deserves a seat at the table. Do you shoot RAW or JPEG for game delivery? Just for some context, I know a lot of bigger teams that will shoot both JPEG and RAW. JPEG gets sent out fast for social in-game updates, and RAW is saved for the post-game edits. That's really the only time I think JPEG makes sense. For me, I'm a one-man operation with no wireless transmitter, so I shoot RAW only for every game. Do you prefer emotion or action shots? Emotion for sure. I love capturing what the fan in the stands isn't able to see on game day, offering a new perspective to the diehard and just documenting the historical element of sports. Action shots are great, but I love the human element to portraits. Best behind the scenes or point of view cameras, so I use the GoPro Hero 9 mounted to my camera on a shoe mount. It does great for me. The only downside is battery. I've missed a couple really important BTS angles that I had to pivot on because I was trying to conserve battery life. So ultimately my fault. I should have like 5 batteries. I only run on 3 and it lasts me a football game, but definitely need to pick up 2 more for this season. With the 70-200, what spots on the field should I be at for football? Here's the harsh truth. The 70-200 is a killer for football, but it won't cover everything. You've got to position yourself smart. If you don't have box access, post up behind the bench in that walking zone. It's a great angle for sideline shots, or just float in the end zone and hunt those big celebration moments. It's all about working with what you've got. I'll be using the 70-200 as my longest lens all season, and all the shots you're seeing on screen are from one. So you can definitely be lethal with it, but sometimes those freaky action shots from all the way across the field come from one of the big dog lenses. What do I do when I'm shooting a game at night and the light is bad? Do I just use high ISO? Good question. I honestly prefer shooting at night because my light isn't variable. I know exactly what I'm getting into. Sometimes sunlight can be harsh to shoot into. But for your question, I don't crank the ISO above 1600 really ever. I like to keep that as my max for right now. What I will do is sacrifice in the shutter department. Makes it harder to stop motion ultimately, but that's just something that you're gonna have to deal with. My lowest as a non-negotiable is around 400. If you could just shoot with your 35, would you? Sadly, yes. Every single filter I buy is fit for it. That 1.4 lens is just so sharp, and it's such a perfect distance. I love it. Obviously my favorite lens. Tips for shooting during the day. One of the best upgrades I made was owning a solid ND filter. Think of it like sunglasses for your lens. It lets you shoot wide open or keep that smooth shutter speed even when it's stupid bright out. If you're filming a video and want that cinematic look where your shutters double your frame rate, this is a non-negotiable, a complete game changer. Do you edit on site or after the game? It honestly depends on the department you're in. Back at Wyoming, I'd edit and deliver around 20 selects in-game for social coverage. Here at Colorado State, we've got a deep bench, interns, full-timers, so I'm more additive to the mix. I shoot for the department, the athletes, and the graphics team, so some games I barely touch edits during the game, and others I'll knock out more if I get a good shot. At the end of the day, it's super dependent on your role and what your boss expects from you. Do you shoot more for the team or for the story? Honestly, I shoot more for the players, so the team would be my answer. I love photos that tell stories. However, if I had to choose between 20 amazing shots that tell the story or 20 athletes getting their favorite picture of themselves that they've ever gotten, I'd probably lean towards the players getting their shots. What advice would you give someone shooting their first football game? Don't get caught up thinking it's all about the action. In basketball with just 15 guys, you're bound to catch the plays, but in football, there's way more going on. Still shoot the action, always, but sneak over to the sideline, grab shots with names on the jersey, and isolate those raw, unseen moments that most people overlook. Try a bunch of everything, see what you like, and see what you're good at. That's a wrap. Appreciate everyone who dropped a question or said what's up, and the one person who just said no. If you've got more questions, make sure to hit the comments down below. And if you're looking to upgrade your setup, every piece of gear we talked about today is linked below. Those links help support the channel, so make sure to go spend every dollar you've ever earned. Season 2 of D1 Photographer coming real soon. Until next time.